Hello everyone, welcome to the second class, right? So today we are going to design a food flyer, right? Here on Canva, we are going to design a food flyer. So for us to start, like I said earlier, we aren't going to use a template. There are a lot of free templates we can actually use from here, but we are not going to use template. Rather, we are going to design it from scratch, right? So for us to start, we are going to click on this plus sign like we did earlier. Click on this plus icon. Once you click on it, it will take you to this page, right? So you click on here on this other icon so that we'll be able to select a custom size, right? So click on custom size, and on the width we are going to use 670. Let me say 690 over 1000. So the width is going to be 690 and the height will be 1000, right? Why I'm using this high definition is because I want the design to look, I want it, when I download it, I want it to look absolutely great instead of using 100 over 200, right? The design won't appear great, right? So I'm using a high number of the height so that the resolution will be bright. And the unit we are going to use pixel, right? The other units you can actually use here, we have millimeter, we also have centimeter, right? But we are going to use pixel, right? So once you're done creating it, you click on create a new design. So here is it. Now, most of you will be wondering, why do I normally have this grid margin line rather on my design, right? I left this because I want my design, I want it to appear in a way that I wouldn't design anything aside from the middle, right? I want everything to appear in between the middle. But if you don't want it, you just want to remove it, here is place you can go. You can click on these three dots here, click on three dots, then click on settings, right? Then you see show margins. If you want it to show, you just click on show margins, it will show. But if you don't want it to show, you click on click on it again and it will disappear. Like now you see that it's no longer there. All right, but I want to add it, so I'll click on it, click on settings and click on show margins, and here is it. Now the first thing we are going to do is to add up our color. So we'll click, what do we do again? We click on it, highlight it, then you'll see the color icon. You also see replace, right? Once you click on replace, let me highlight this again. When you click on replace, it actually means you want to add up an image, you want to add up, like, let's try it out. It takes you to a gallery where you can select up any image you can use, right? But we don't want to add up any image at the moment, so we don't need it. Just click on the color and click there. Then here we are. Like earlier I showed you about custom colors and custom color, like the solid colors, right, that you can see here. Now we have the gradient color, but we aren't going to use gradients, rather we will use custom color again, right? So once you're done selecting it, I want to adjust this color. It's too bright for my design, so for me to adjust it, you click on this, click on it, then you can now adjust it to how you want it to look like, right? So here is it. I want it to have this shade of color, right? So now we go back to our elements. Click on elements so we can add up what we want it to be. I'm going to search for hamburger. So you can see there are a lot of awesome looking hamburgers, right? But I'm going to click on photos so you can see a lot of the image that you can select from. Here we have the free version, we also have the paid version, but there are a lot of free version you can use from here, right? So let's select this one. For example, I will put it here, bring it down a bit. Then let's go back again and search for cheese, for french fries, french fries. Then here we go, we have one here, right? We'll bring it down and behind here. So we want it to be behind this hamburger. What do, right? We want it to be behind the hamburger. So we'll click on position. Here on position, click on it. You see the arrow backwards. Backward means let it be behind it, right? Then if you want it to be forward, you means that you want it to come forward, right? Just like that. We want it to be behind it, so we are going to increase this size so that it can come up a little bit. Adjust this and bring it here. Adjust it to this side. We want it to be by the side and bring this hamburger here. So guys, what else do you think we should add here? We are going to add some tomato, because you know chops like this sometimes comes with all this tomato decoration, onion and chops, right? Let's search for chicken. Then here you go, you can see a lot of chicken here, but we're going to use this particular one here. We'll bring it down and bring it somewhere here. Then again, let's add up a text, right? So click on our text box, click on add heading. Then we are going to add special. Okay, so sorry, this design sometimes increase the size very well, increase it. Then we'll highlight it again, then go to font. Here on font, you have the ability to use different font size, right? So here you can be able to use different font size. Once you click on the font size, for you to be able to see all the font, right, click here, click on this arrow for you to see different fonts. We have Canva font, we have Horizon, we also have this gargling. And if there is any particular font you want to use and you couldn't access it, just use the search button here to search for any font you want to, right? There are a lot of fonts here, but we are going to use this particular one here. Then we go back and add up a color to it. Click on the color, we select white, right? The network seems to be something. We'll just bring this down here, right? We'll go back again and search for Giggle. Network seems to be bad anyways, but let's give it some time. All right guys, so let's go here and search for Doodoo. It's called Doodoo. Okay, so here you can see different kind of doodle, but I'm going to use this first one here and do it. It's too tiny, and bring it here at the top of the text. Then I'm going to duplicate it and bring it here, right? But now I'll search for flip. Here is a flip. So with the help of flip, you can actually flip the whatever you think you want, like the image, the text, or anything like that. You flip it, right? So I'll click on flip, then flip it horizontally, right? So here is it. You can see this is how I did it, but I'm going to rotate it a little to make sure that it fits into this S where I want it to be. Yes, I want it to be directly opposite the text, the S. I'll do the same here. Now we add another text again. We're going to add a special offer. Okay, so click on it, bring it around here, go to our fonts and select a different font for it. I'm going to use Horizon. But again, I'm going to change this font to something else. Let me use Archivo Black. I just needed the font that comes with it. Let me use Horizon again. It didn't give me exactly what I wanted. We'll copy this text, duplicate it, and write something again. Click on edit for it to be able to edit it. Then write something like 7% offer. So we are offering, I said, special offer out as in 7%, right? So click on it again, bring it down here, make sure it's fit into the size exactly. Then go back here. We are going to change the color of that particular text. So we are going back to this default color, right? I'll use this exactly. This is the color. So what? Why? If you look at now, you see that whatever thing you put on Canva, right? Both the image you imported and the default colors are there. So if you really want to flow with colors, right? Because it's very, very important you flow with the colors. For you to flow with the colors, sometimes you may be able to even Canva have the ability of giving you color based on the image you already have on that design, right? So you can see now these are the photos colors, right? You can see the french fries, the burger and the chicken. So I selected one of the color from the chicken color, right? And it gives me this. I like it because it actually brightens the image and makes it cool the way I want it to look like, right? So on this one, I'm also going to change the color. I want it to look something like look quite different. Okay, I think I'll still leave it on that color it is right there. Okay, so this is how it's being done, right? Because why I'm emphasizing on this color is because your coloring is very, very important. When you don't have the right color mix, your designs becomes like it doesn't make sense. It won't look great. Color is everything about design. Okay, so take it into consideration when you're designing to make sure that your colors are in the right order. So next we are going to select click on element again and search for tomato. We are going to add tomato to our design. So we need a real tomato. Here the one I have here is on graphics. Graphic is not giving me that real tomato vibe, so let's go to photos, then select a good tomato we can use for our design, right? So you can see there are lots of tomato, but we're going to use the sliced one, the one that is a little bit sliced. We'll take one up here. This one actually can a bit stay away from the, you can actually stay away from the line that I've been protecting, but it's not much an issue, right? Because this is a food flyer. I'm going to duplicate it and bring it down here. Then I'm going to add one more thing.